It's so hard to play around these two heroes though. The Gatot's still there if they want to. The Badang as well. Because they need a bit more front. I think that's clearly still lacking in terms of ONIC's lineup.
Yeah, the CC is not going to be enough to actually deal with everything. So here's one frontliner that you can rely on. That is going to be Brusco on the Edith.
That was unexpected!
Yeah, because that's a Kirk hero, remember? EWC best battle for third. Kirk got a Savage.
Basically.
Was it Savage or Mania? Savage, yeah, with the Edith.
Alright, so we're seeing some spicy stuff coming out of ONIC here.
What does Yue pick into this though? The Novaria yesterday was really great from Yue, but might they want immediate burst to pair up with these multiple setup options from Aurora? Because there's the Grok, there's the Arlot, the Farsa's still there.
Is it
although there's the
Kagura
Selena. Maybe the Kagura could also be an option.
Your divine retribution is at hand.
Oh, because there's the... Well, it's just the Edith though. Oh, the Mountain Shocker too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's good vision. That's going to be provided by Yue if ever. You can also kind of just go Edith mode and full damage. So there's a lot of flexibility for this Valentina, right? A very interesting matchup. Again, so we see a rock once more for Aurora. And Killer on the Moskov is no slouch as well. We've seen him do some crazy stuff on the hero too. Wait to find out. Super Friends on signature Selena. This cannot go wrong. This is going to be an entertaining match, whatever happens.
I think maybe, just maybe, could have been a miscalculation there for Brusco a bit, but I think maybe what ONIC is trying to achieve is also the fact that Aurora are very dependent on the setups that Edward and Light can do. And if it so happens that they're not able to successfully go for those setups, then ONIC might be banking on the idea that they have a way to deal with the prolonged team fights. Because Brusco on the Edith is known to be one of the best heroes to deal with those extended team fights. So ONIC needs to be equally careful that Aurora doesn't get the better of them whenever they go for the setups, and also they should always be ready to answer back if this is going to be the case.
Basically, just like in Series 1, right? They need that perfect, Series 2 rather. They always have to look for that perfect setup, and they need to be ready for the perfect setup to never arrive.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, these are things that you have to think about. If you're Aurora, can we do that setup? Can we make the big play happen? Can we combo the Final Slash alongside the Tectonic Charge?
Yeah. And honestly, that's a lot to ask if for a Grok, because basically the Tectonic Charges paired up with the Flicker could be useful, but at the same time, it's really hard to pull it off. But again, in Hands of Light could be easy paired up with the Final Slash coming in from Edward. But so far, a relatively slow game, but things could change right now as the first turtle has won. Demon Knight trying to work on Kirk as Kirk tries to zone out the members of Aurora as he secures the first turtle.
Yep. Oh, the curtain call was really well timed from Kirk here. Aurora could have went in and looked for a trade, but every single place where you look in the map, there's just action going on, even in the gold lane. But surprisingly enough, Kirk's handling the lane really well up against Edward. He's the one who gets to clear the waves first, alongside the support that he gets from Super Friends. They're the ones who are able to position first, and it's a clear win so far for ONIC.
Yeah, no one's getting caught here as well. So I love that this is basically a decision-making game. This is going to be a decision-making game at the very end of it, because no one's really making like any micro errors. They're not making any oopsie plays. No one's very sour. No sour moves.
Sour moves.
Yeah.
And so far.
It's 3 minutes. Give it time. Is that what you're saying?
Hey, Light got his level 4. Let's see. He only got it now, though. Brusco has had his level 4 for quite some time now, but he never needed to use it just yet. This is, I agree, a very patient game that we're seeing so far from both these teams. With the Vision game, it's clearly favoring Super Friends, ONIC so far because of Super Friends.
But at the same time, you know, the tempo of the game is really going to depend on the Selena, especially in the early stages. As long as the Abyssal Arrows can connect, ONIC can start making plays. But so far, Aura has that covered. There's a shot where it's going to connect onto you with half HP already. So now ONIC Philippines applying a lot of pressure onto the mid lane.
Yeah, that last combo reminds you that you don't take care of your mid lane, your mid lane can disappear in a flash. So you gotta watch out, and you gotta keep in mind where light is at all times if you're ONIC, so you can make stuff like that happen.
Yeah. So far, they're being very careful about their next steps. I feel like Aurora will be the ones to get to set up first for this upcoming objective. ONIC needs to be wary of the setups, that's for sure. But Brusco at least has some information to some extent. Oh, there you go. Mountain Shocker.
Mountain Shocker already dropped down. Brusco with a onward. Their chatter combo onto Edward. There's the final slash from Aurora. SOD's not going to connect this time around. As Brusco will fall down, Aurora secures the second turtle.
All right, interesting, interesting. If that SOD connected, you could expect like a big explosion there for sure, but no, it didn't.
Oh my goodness. Even Tom and Kite. Keller needs to be careful. Both the Kite brothers are nearby.
Okay, big stuff can happen here. Kelra, of course, as usual, very strong in the lane. Dominkite can kind of feel that aura. Even in 1v2, they don't really want to dive him at all.
Yeah.
This is such a slow-paced game so far, considering the picks that we both have. We have Selena's on the other side, and for the side of Aurora, there's a Lancelot, a Harren. So far, we're looking for the catch from both of these teams, but they're playing as disciplined as possible right now.
Yeah, you can tell Ingan's really wants stuff to happen already.
Give me something, guys! Give me something!
I mean, even that last turtle fight we saw was a bit expected because of just how well Aurora was able to set up before it, but this might be different.
Oh, final slash. Not gonna connect to the squad of ONIC Philippines now. Again, the name of the game is just control over the mid lane. Who's gonna rotate? Which mid duo is gonna rotate first? And it seems like Brusco and Light just came right on time in the bottom lane.
And we're at almost 6 minutes and only one death has happened. So I'm pretty sure that's a little bit of a... That's a signal of what this game is going to be like. Really big decisions, really big swings of power. That's what we're looking for right now.
I mean, if you're ONIC Philippines, this is actually favoring your team right now. If you're going to look at the late game potential of their team, they have Kellra with the Moskov, King Kong with the YSS. As soon as the YSS already has his 2 core items, it's gonna be hard for Aurora to keep up with them, especially since Brigida mentioned that in terms of extended team fights, Edith Brusco is gonna shine later on.
Yeah, and all of their other damage dealers too, being basic attack reliant both in King Kong and Kellra, they will have a great, or they will be able to definitely do a great job at, oh my, what?
A lot has been expended onto Brusco, but that was a kill Aurora was looking for. Good Earthen Rampart and a Tectonic Charge from Light to bring down Brusco as Demon Kite secures the turtle. Now the chase is on still. Does Demon Kite want to challenge King Kong for this 1v1? I think he's not going to overcommit. They got the turtle.
There's just something about Aurora ever since their win yesterday.
Yeah.
It feels as if every single decision that they make is so decisive and calculated. Now, even though we kind of expected ONIC to play it a bit safer because they're after the farm, as of this moment, Aurora is still able to find openings to force fights against ONIC, and that's not what they want, but Aurora are just so good at doing that.
Yeah, we're thinking about decisions. They were so decisive. They were very... they were moving with conviction, basically, in that last one. Brusco had no time to do anything.
Yeah, I think 2 or 3 ultimates were casted down just to bring down Brusco. He was able to cast a Primal Wrath, but the amount of CC that Aurora had during that time was just too much.
Through the shield.
Yeah.
And you hate that if you're an Edith, because you also still go for the basic attacks once you cast the ultimate later on. So things are looking a bit tricky. This is maybe why I feel a bit iffy about the last pickup by ONIC Philippines. But you get the idea though.
Oh, 1v1 Dominkite versus Kirk. The vengeance was popped already, but still Dominkite has all he needs to bring down the Kirk attack.
Basically a solo kill. All Light did was look. And they got it. They just looked at him.
My goodness, the damage from Dominkite is too real.
The target next might be Brusco, so they have to give away the second tier turret up top. ONIC Philippines struggling to find a response against Aurora.
Might as well call him Doming Kid, because he's using that Harif very well.
Okay. That's good.
Everything is going so well for every single member of Aurora. No kills for ONIC just yet. 2 of them in the hands of Demon Kite and 1 in Dominkite. Also, not to mention how things seemingly are okay even despite the Valentina pickup, because there always is that ready primal wrath that Yue has. So that adds to the problems. Even though this is Dominic Kite on a Harriet, they have other sources of damage to throw out to the members of ONIC if ever they do commit. And how does ONIC commit in this kind of situation where Aurora is almost 4K up ahead?
Wow, and your big setup is Brusco. Brusco is supposed to be the guy who goes in first, goes for that Earth Shatter maybe, and maybe an onward onto a target, but he can't do that against this lineup.
Yeah, because the moment Aurora sees someone from the side of ONIC, may it be Kirk, may it be Brusco, they're not afraid to expend a lot of ultimates just to tear one down for the side of ONIC Philippines. So now Aurora has a comfortable lead, 4.4K. Also has the Lord up top marching, so they might be able to take down all outer turrets with this Lord Siege.
Honestly, Dominic Kite is so well protected by this lineup too. Just by having Light stick by his side, you kind of guarantee that there will be a way for you to answer back against ONIC if ever they do try to look for the engage. I mean, even if Brusco attempts to go for a Flicker Earth Shatter combo, that doesn't guarantee you a kill.
True.
Because there could be a counter Tectonic Charge from Light. Even just by using the first skill, that's already enough. But
Wow!
Clutch Traceless there for King Kong to avoid the Thorn Rose. And as they were able to clear out the Lord up top, no outer turrets left for ONIC Philippines. In a span of 10 minutes, Aurora's lead ballooning up to 5.1.
yeah, it's I think the Holy Shields that were taken down for both the top and the mid lane. But they still have one Holy Shield in the bottom lane.
Yeah, so this game is not going to be like one of those games where we saw go so fast. There was actually a game I saw this weekend that ended in like 6 or 8 minutes.
Oh.
So I don't know if you guys are, you can look for that after this game. But yeah, it's crazy how much time ONIC is buying, but it's also crazy how fast Aurora is breaking every tower on the map. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's basically just inhibitor turrets alive at this point.
You know, Light's not letting ONIC pick up steam with the Abyssal Arrows coming in from Super Fritz because he's not afraid to catch it. Just one cast of any skill from Light is CC immune, so he's not afraid to catch any Abyssal Arrows so far. So we haven't seen the Super Fritz
Here's
that
the
we're used
conceal.
to seeing.
Did they use the conceal? No, they didn't. I thought they used the conceal.
Light can.
He can.
Oh, but he gets spotted out. Never
On the
mind.
side, and again, these traps just make it so hard for Light to actually go in an unknown angle. So that's something that you can look for, especially with the Mountain Shocker online as well. But now it's used up by King Kong.
Oh.
What's it gonna look like?
Oh, the Kirk might be the target. He already
he
popped his
slowed down.
ultimate and got slowed down by the Retry of Demon Kite. And they get the job done as they take him down.
All they wanted was the kill. They even used the flicker from Light. It didn't connect, but it was enough to block his path. So he couldn't find any other escape routes for that engage that Aurora showed us. But are they still trying to go for it?
Oh, look at that. Spicy moves from Keller. He's got the damage. He is still a Moskov at the end of the day.
Aurora does need to pick up the pace though, because they do not want this to drag out any longer. ONIC Philippines, you could already feel the damage slowly coming in for Keller on this Moskov. He's being farmed up, and King Kong as well could serve the same purpose. So right now, clearly ONIC might be letting go of this, or might try to do something at least.
First SOD. No SOD.
No SOD. Demon Kite secures the Lord. Kirk might be in trouble here, but is able to get away scot-free as they resort instead to split pushing the top lane. But now Keller has to back off because Dominic Kite is in the picture.
It's an exceedingly clean Lord take here. So yeah, Dominic Kite definitely one to look out
SOD?
for. SOD. Where's it gonna hit? Edward still gonna be alive. One man curtain call really won't matter much, but here comes that stun.
Still, Edward stays alive. Could be a different story if the SOD connects, but fortunately for Mr. Consistent, he stays alive. As Demon Kite finally picks up his BOD, this could be an endable push for Aurora if things go right.
Yeah, it's a 3-0 KDA for Demon Kite. They also are trying to delay the Lord a bit, and Edward will be able to catch up soon enough. They don't have the Holy Shield in the middle lane for ONIC, so they have to make quick work of this Lord before Aurora gets to do something. Fortunately, they were able to force Edward to reset, so all 5 members of Aurora were really ready to make use of that Lord immediately. But this could be the time.
There's the wall, there's the Mountain Shocker. And ONIC Philippines are able to clear. Edward goes in! He gets stuck out by the Spear of Misery of Kelvin Kirk! Picks up a kill in exchange you for Brusca though. SOD is gonna connect, forcing into Doming Kite's Purify.
Oh,
he
here
does
comes
go
Kelra.
inside. He wants to go 1v4. Abyssal Arrow connects onto line and he brings him down as King Kong picks up a kill. Aurora left with 3. They have to back off, but ONIC Philippines showing signs of life.
I can't believe Super Prince came in from those angles. He made sure that he was watching out for Aurora and for wherever they were planning to walk through, and that added to how they were finding it difficult to escape, how ONIC was also able to pick up the kill on Light, and how they're slowly able to get back into this game. Kelra is finally online, and this is where they can definitely make use of the Mountain Shockers a bit more. They can feel a bit more encouraged to get out of their base and potentially even contest for this upcoming objective, because we're only looking at a 4K gold lead in the hands of Aurora, but the damage is already there for ONIC. It's just that Brusco needs to play it a bit more careful. Is he really meant to be the bait, or can he do something more before he finally goes down?
Yeah, this is exactly what Brigida was saying 2 minutes free and 30 seconds ago, where
It was so exact.
the Kelra at this point can be really, really deadly, really, really spicy. And you cannot, it's coming way too fast. It's actually coming in faster a lot than expected. As you can see the items, Kelra, even at 002, has actually taken so much gold around the map.
Yeah, it's the result of continuous split pushes coming in from Keller. Unfortunately for ONIC Philippines, they're able to hold on despite, half of the SODs haven't really connected. We've seen an instance wherein they were almost able to kill Edward, but fortunately for Mr. Consistent, it didn't connect. Now this time around, ONIC Philippines has all inhibited turrets intact. They can take this Lord away from Aurora. Mountain Shocker already dropped down. Demon Guide has to back off a Super Prince. Secures the Lord there. We're waiting for the post-objective take of Aurora. Kirk might be the target. Yui has to flicker in. Plus gets the Primal Wrath of his own. But Kirk, will he be able to escape though? There's the wall and the mighty swing from Light to bring him down.
They really wanted that kill.
Yeah, they didn't let him go. But can they deal with the Lord? Kirk is down, but all the other members of ONIC are still there. They'll respect Aurora well enough to not try and fight back again, though. Such clutch decisions that we see from Aurora, even despite that loss in the objective. The way that it was a clear testament to how Keller is well farmed and how he got to damage Demon Kite low enough. And Kirk just doing such a great job at surprisingly being the follow-up. They did not allow Demon Kite to get any closer to the objective.
Yeah, and Kirk, in Filipino terms, Kirk is the ally, He's basically the guy.
The bait!
You're gonna bait it out, so the rest of the team can actually win in that major objective. And it worked out very well for ONIC, despite, again, Aurora having a pretty solid gold lead.
Yeah, and for the side of Aurora, credit to how they responded to the post-objective takedown. They were able to isolate Kirk, clutch play from Light to get that earthen ramp. Right?
Earthen rampart.
The wall. The
rampart.
Wall, the earthen rampart.
There you go.
To cut off the exit route of Kirk. And with the lead that they established, they were able to pick up the Lord in the river.
Okay.
So that's Lord wasted for ONIC Philippines.
Lord in the river, in the river.
We have a pink test.
Yeah, that's
we have a pink test going on. But this is looking a bit dire for Aurora, I'd say. Like
It is, despite them having a 5.5k gold lead.
Yeah, the timers are kicking in for how effective their lineup is gonna be.
17 minutes and 30 seconds. 5.5k, it feels like it's 0 at this point.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're wait and see. So there is a few setups. There's still some things that Aurora can do here. But the items, look at the items.
Yeah.
It's just so clear that Kelra doesn't need more.
It's so clear that they're already online. This is Kelra, this is King Kong already with their full item builds. They just need, or King Kong just needs to upgrade this Magic Blade so that he gets the full Rose Gold Meteor if ever he's gonna go for that as his last item. But other than that, they're pretty much ready to go for whatever team fight they want to go for. Even Super Prince with the Wishing Lantern, wherever he does decide to put those placements, it might even be a very crucial one at that, because if Aurora in a very low HP gets to step on one, then that could mean you go down as well unknowingly. So even the way that they check the brushes and where ONIC Philippines are should be very meticulous about it. Because ONIC has an easier way of finding where Aurora is. So Yue, does he still want to go for the Primal Wrath? Or does he switch things up a bit and also go for the Mountain Shocker? Because if it's just a Mountain Shocker too, then what can he do after that?
Yeah, that's a big question. This will be answered. Edward with a swing and a miss.
Kirk answers back with his own ultimate. Manages to stay alive. Here comes the Mountain Shocker coming in from King Kong. Light doesn't connect with the ultimate. And can't. No way! Secures the Lord as Kirk also takes down Light. He's trying to push in the middle lane. He has the immunity, but he's going to get taken down by Dominkite. Yeah, Dominkite's still alive. It's going to be a 2-for-1 trade for Aurora, but Kelra steals away the Lord.
Unbelievable! For how many times since MSC have we seen Lords stolen by spears of destruction?
Oh, Lord sieging in onto the middle lane. ONIC has the numbers advantage. They have the Lord. They're waiting for a perfect opportunity to strike. Edward goes in with the final slash. Kirk was able to walk away. Now Demon Kite versus King Kong. And Demon Kite wins the trade as they clear out the Lord. But ONIC Philippines gets an inhibitor in the middle lane.
And clutch immortality pickup too by Demon Kite, even though he didn't need it anymore. But he's been swapping out some items here and there just to last in this game. What a steal still by Kelra. We're still on that. And because of that single play that they were able to accomplish, they've evened out the map control.
Yeah, man, Dominkite was like, you guys are forgetting about me. I can take on King Kong as well. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. But at this point, it's anyone's game. King Kong's up in 8 seconds. We could see something spicy happen here if they want to, but it looks like RORA is going to back off.
They just took the base turret as well. What is this?
It's a nice eye for an eye right there.
Eye for an eye, inhibitor for an Oh, eye for an eye.
Nice
Inhibitor
one.
for an inhibitor.
Oh!
I just got that right.
Oh my goodness, but this play... How was
Crazy.
Kelra able to do that even? And he decided to join the fight as well. He did go down, but he already dealt enough damage against the members of Aurora to force them to run away, to just go and try defend, because also you have to take note that there's a Lord, and if you weren't able to keep yourselves alive, then it could be an end angle definitely for ONIC and that one-way push, because a Yisun Shin Moskov could definitely pull off a one-way push.
For sure. Like, how many of those golden standard moments are we gonna see, though? We already saw that one from Kelra. Will we see more? And how aware can Aurora be? Can they be ready when it arrives?
Now they have to be ready though, because Lord has spawned. They have good position. But again, we're seeing the Filipino Lord dance once again executed by both teams. Kelra on the split push up top. Abyssal Arrow gonna connect onto Light as Kirk trying to go for Edward. Final slash already dropped down. Plus the Mountain Shocker. There's the curtain call coming in from Kirk. He wants to go 1v3. Yes, so he's gonna connect. We're just waiting for Kelra's entrance. It's gonna be a retreat battle. Who's gonna get the Lord? ONIC versus Aurora. And King Kong secures it while Kelra still pushing the top lane. Will Aurora make it on time? Demon Kite, Immortality Pop, then gets dropped down. Wait, Winter Crown play still, but a shutdown for King Kong.
And Super Frizz has been watching out for all other members of Aurora. They literally had to walk their way back to the base, and they only have 4 members for this upcoming defense.
Lord now sieging in the mid lane. Light doing his best to delay the push of the Sonics. Kirk got isolated once again. Forced out the salmon force from Dominkite, but look at the damage of Kelra. Spear of Misery gonna connect. Everything connecting for the Sonics as they take game 1.
That's as ONIC as you can get.